you don't, so even on that level, but when you're touching people, you even pick up more stuff, and that's why I'm even funny about certain hand-me-down clothes, because you can just,
I stopped getting hand-me-down clothes.
Yeah.
I used to go to the thrift store all the time. I think if I were to get them, I'd probably make sure that I washed them or did some kind of ritual to cleanse them off. Because you definitely want to know, because, see, that's what people don't realize, too. When you're having sex with a man and he's ejaculating in you, a lot of times that man still has some genetics, some DNA bits of memory from the last person he fucked. Because you, especially if he done ate all out of her ass, ate her pussy, fucked somebody all in the ass, you don't know nothing about that. That tissue, all that energy, blood, he's tapping into all of that stuff, and especially if he's fucking them in the ass, fucking them in the mouth, fucking them in the pussy without no kind of condom.
Yeah. And I think
all that stuff is going inside of you.
That it just, and I know before you've done stuff on this about, like, things to eat before, because I've seen, it's like, why are you going to be with somebody who's totally drunk? They've eaten a bunch of food, depends on what you eat, versus somebody who might have had, some fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, herbal teas before intercourse, and here, this person here went out to JJ's Rib Shack, $2.99 ribs, French fries, Coca-Cola, beer,
hamburger,
malt liquor,
in it.
And you sit up here, and it goes both ways, Why would you do that when your energies are in total different levels? Here you are cleaning yourself out, green tea, chamomile to calm your mind, and they're sitting up here talking about Jack Daniels forever. Doing that, and then they're ready, like, okay, let's get it on. And by that time, they're so drugged up with all that stuff in their body that's it's almost like two walls hitting.
But what I'm going to say is it's not just two walls hitting. This is what people also need to realize is that you are suspending the conscious part of yourself. Well, a lot of times people will lose their equilibrium or lose their inhibitions, but the subconscious is still on. And that's where the soul resides at. So you are now opened up to other planes and dimensions of negative entities and beings to circulate around you and enter into you when you on drugs and when you drunk. And then on top of that, you are committing a sex ritual act.
Yep.
So you're up there fucking, and you wide open, your auric field is torn because you're drunk. Yep. And you just took some type of substance to expose you to negative entities and beings. So you're not aware and you're not protected. Because you should be protected when you're doing a sex act. A lot of people don't think about that. They don't know you should pray and actually consecrate yourself and consecrate your space and actually even anoint each other before you screw. So if you're doing that, I'm drunk, this is fun, we having a good time. Then you get up and you start having drama, the person turn on you, it's a lot of dysfunction, they start cheating, there's some type of distance between you, because you don't know what entities entered in you or the person or into that whole relationship y'all got going on, because y'all screw and get high and get drunk.
And there's a reason why they call wine spirits, is because of the fact that when people used to drink so much, it was that they would actually take on a different persona, a different spirit. And so as a slang thing, it was like, okay, we call these spirits because it was almost like opening a doorway in a way when people are drunk. That's why you see a whole different personality sometimes come out of people. Some people might switch from crazy to calm. Some people go to this whole other violent side that's part of their memory or what have you. And, even in some rituals, you see people, when they take wine, it turns, or not wine per se, but just any kind of spirit or heavily alcoholic beverage and stuff, they totally start to turn into this whole other persona, which that should show you right there. There are things coming in their auric fields that totally transform into something that you may not want. And this is what you're causing to mate. And even if you look at some voodoo rituals, when they get into this spiritual state, it's these two, or it might be, Zile Danto or somebody fighting, Zile Freda, or, Shango comes in and to mate with whoever, or Dambala and Aida Wado, whoever it is, even in, other religions, whatever it may be. Sometimes these gods or goddesses come out to merge and mate with each other. But you look at people when they're really sober or really drunk, and the difference in how you see these people totally transform, and they can't control what this or he or she is. It's almost like this alter ego that's deep inside, or things that come through when you haven't prepared the way or protected yourself from these entities that come through. So, you know, there's a reason why they call them spirits, you know, or at the liquor store.
Well, those spirits, you know, hang around liquor stores and hang around drug houses. That's why I do not like to go in sex bookstores, crack houses, drug houses, or liquor stores.
Yeah.
Because you can just feel them. You can see them.
Yeah.
You know, all those entities hanging around those types of places.
Yeah.
It's a very powerful vortex for a lot of negative energies and souls and spirits, and they basically pick out victims that they're going to actually merge with.
And they can attach to people who are, you know, open to that, or even intuitive people. You can go when you feel that stuff, you know. And sometimes I get some of this stuff. I'm like, you know, let me sage, or you know, I'm reminded by people to say, hey, you better sage yourself, or light a candle, say some kind of prayer over you, because you'd be surprised at what. I'll tell you what they do down here. I'll tell you what happened to me. It was crazy. I was actually going to do the voting thing. This year, and this woman came up to me and just started, and this is a white woman, but she's from the South, and I'm assuming, I started touching, patting my head, and it was just really weird. And I'm like, wait a minute.
What?
Yeah, and this is why I say I got to be careful, because, you know, I had red on, you know, that's my power color, and, you know, my hair. She was like, your hair, and I said, wait a minute, you know, I backed off, and I'm like, whoa, you know, and I got there, and I was like, you know what, I want to keep my focus on my energy, what I'm doing. I'm going in there. Because, you know, this is something that commonly happens to me. I get the weirdest people come up to me. They talk to me. This is something that's going on all my life. So it's like, okay, I know this happens, you know. Sometimes I've seen spirits of this. And I got there, and I talked to my friend in Atlanta.
Did
I was
she
like,
touch?
Huh?
What part of your head did she touch?
She touched the top of my head, the back of my head. And she
touched where your crown at.
And that's what my friend told me. She says, you know, as soon as I got home, I told my mother, you know, she does Wiccan stuff. She's like, get in there. I'm like, take a shower now. Take a shower now. Go wash. Get in there. So I was doing this whole, you know, spiritual bath thing, and that's what happened, because I, you know, watched that. And I did protect myself before I went out, because I'm like, I know there are people out there that are, you know, and my thing was like, I'm trying to focus, you know, on this, you know, this voting thing and everything, even though I, you know, I disagree with the whole background of that. I'm like, look, I need to get out. And doing that, she was like, you know, don't forget, you know history, don't forget, you know, people used to do that to show ownership, or they were doing it to steal your energy, and they would do that, you know. And I was like, yeah, it irks me, because, you know, I was like, I'm trying not to get upset. And this is an old, you know, raggedy looking.
So what you think, because she old, that she don't know?
Oh, I believe she knows, and that's why, you know, I prayed, you know, had a thing before I went, but I was backing up, and this is what was weird. It was almost like I could feel them look at you, just like, oh, you know, all this red, this is so lucky, or something like this. And what got me is, you know, and part of me, because of the fact that, you know, I had to throw it half and half. I'm used to weird people coming up, telling me their stories, and it's just, that's so common, but at the same time, you know, I guess people that know, that do evil too or whatever, they can see things too if you have, you know, good shock or whatever, bad or whatever.
But don't you think she recognized you, Ricky? I mean, come on.
Yeah, and it probably did, because of the fact that, you know, me wearing all red, going up to the thing, the voter booth and everything. But when I got right away, I was like taking it down, washing. I saved the house. I did all this. And hello. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Uh-oh.
What happened to Alexyss?
I don't know. I guess she got hung up. Hold on. Let me see. Is she...
Oh, they said that she put it on hold.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Red King, are you a Gemini?
Huh?
Are you a Gemini?
No, I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, okay. Because I've heard sometimes Geminis attract a lot of crazy folks.
No, I don't know, but I can go and sit in the park. I'll have some people come up to me and tell me the weirdest stuff. I mean, it's cool, because some feel like they can talk to me, but it's just always somebody just really odd, and, you know, they'll pour like the River Nile or something and everything. And so